When I've been through a tough time, like identity shifts and transitions, the pain always feels so fresh, so deep. I will do anything to numb it. I don't want to feel it, even though I know it won't just disappear. I might even sense that it will fester and try to control me. I know it's not what I really want. I learned through practice that sometimes just little shifts can help make the biggest changes. I've always had problems with trying not to focus on outside events, but I didn't realize it until that way of coping stopped working. I don't know about y'all, but all I ever did was cover that pain. I was pushing it down and just filling it up with noise and chaos in my life. While I was so focused on the outside, I was drowning on the inside, the side that was hurting the most. What I figured out, and this was just through trial and error, I liked the quiet. I felt peaceful, and that was something I hadn't remembered feeling before, or at least not on that kind of level. When I let myself experience it, even though it only lasted a few seconds, those seconds were profound. That moment helped me shift to a version of me I wanted to see more of. It gave me a funny kind of confidence, if you will, when I didn't feel I had any at all. At the time, I felt untethered, chaotic. Even something as small as my ex watching TV felt overwhelming. The sound crept up with every syllable. I couldn't hear. I couldn't think. Sometimes it felt hard to breathe. And that was the beginning. Everything shifted for me. I would put on noise canceling headphones if I could find them, or I would go for a walk in nature. It didn't have to be long, but just hearing the birds chirp when I was walking gave me a clear, unscrambled experience. It was a peace that, for me, couldn't be replicated any other way. I don't know how else to describe it. And it was through that practice that I became more conscious of who I really was. I didn't know before. One of the things that really helped me to shift a bit in the beginning was paying attention to my breath. I started breathing in for 4, holding at the top for 1 to 2, and breathing out for 6. I would usually do that 3 or more times. But instead of doing it in a panicky way, which could happen, I would focus on my breath, close my eyes, and imagine it in my mind's eye. I would focus my inhale and imagine the air moving through my body. Then I would pause and watch my exhale bring the peace, right? It was an amazing feeling. I noticed that the deeper I inhaled and the more I focused on it, I would intentionally feel my belly extend out. And when I exhaled, and exhaled in a controlled manner, it was profound. And it was the beginning of actually listening to me and seeing what my body needed, what it wanted. And that was something that really helped me. My breath, the breath was so important. You don't realize how much you need it, but it's so important. And for me, it was having a slower exhale that was imperative. And while I imagined the blood moving through my body, I focused on my heart space. Not even my heart space, my heart in general, on the breath and the peace, the internal nutrients it is getting right now. Nothing changed outside of me, but my relationship with myself did. And what I learned is my body doesn't need to be rushed all the time. Sure, there were times I got a little panicky with the breath. I struggle with anxiety sometimes. During those times, I was like, I can't do this. I'm hyperventilating. But once I paused and focused internally, really focused on my body, my toes, my feet, my ankles, just going up my body, right? And I felt a peace that was indescribable. But it was something that helped me with my anxiety and panic issues.